The ancient Kratos from Greek mythology, before his transition in the God of War series, is notable for his ferocity and unbridled rage. Initially, he is portrayed as a Spartan warrior consumed by a desire for revenge against the gods of Olympus, especially Ares, the god of war, who manipulated him into committing terrible acts. Kratos is characterized by his chained blades, known as the Blades of Chaos, symbolizing his commitment to chaos and destruction. His imposing physique and intimidating appearance reflect his ruthless nature and tireless determination. The tragedy surrounding Kratos, including his relationship with his family and the actions that led him to be tormented by nightmares, contributes to the complexity of his character. His quest for redemption and liberation from divine control is a recurring element in the narrative, highlighting the emotional consequences of his past actions. Explicit sexuality and graphic brutality in combat scenes also characterized the ancient Kratos, emphasizing his visceral and challenging nature. However, as the series progresses, Kratos undergoes a transformation that adds layers of humanity and reflection to his previously impulsive and vengeful personality. This evolution is one of the reasons why the ancient Kratos stands out as a complex and memorable character in the history of video games. In the first game of the God of War series, set in Greek mythology, Kratos initially presents a more restrained personality compared to his later incarnations. He is portrayed as a Spartan warrior obedient to the gods of Olympus, especially Ares, the god of war, whom he serves fervently in pursuit of victories in battles. Kratos's calm and more subservient speech at this point in the narrative reflects his position as a warrior seeking redemption for sins committed in exchange for divine favor. Tormented by his dark past, he seeks relief from the burden of his deeds, making him more susceptible to the orders of the gods. However, even in this seemingly obedient state, Kratos carries an underlying rage and a desire for revenge that becomes more evident as the story unfolds. This duality in Kratos's personality, between obeying the gods and nurturing an inner fury, sets the stage for the emotional complexity the character will develop throughout the series. Kratos's journey goes beyond mere obedience, revealing deep layers of internal conflict and tragedy that shape his character in an impactful way. As the first game unfolds, Kratos's apparent loyalty to the gods of Olympus is shaken by the extent of the consequences of his own actions. Tormented by visions of his dead family, a result of a brutal act committed by his own hands under Ares' command, Kratos's desire for redemption transforms into rebellion, leading him to question his servitude to the gods. The critical moment occurs when Kratos, discontented and tired of being a mere pawn in divine machinations, decides to rebel against Ares. Seeking the powers of the gods, he, in an act of defiance, kills his own wife and daughter, condemning his soul to be marked by the ashes of his dark past. This act of rebellion and betrayal marks the beginning of a darker journey for Kratos. The second game, God of War 2, continues the narrative with Kratos adopting a more defiant stance towards the gods, especially after being betrayed by the divinities who promised to free him from his torments. Thus, the transition from an initially obedient Kratos to a warrior challenging and driven by vengeance lays the groundwork for the emotional complexity that will be further explored in future iterations of the series. Kratos's journey continues to evolve, revealing deeper facets of his character and providing a rich and captivating narrative for players.